to this episode of Hone Your Skills. And today we're going to be talking about button response. So, these little guys here, these buttons, are the key to starting conversations. This is one way where you don't actually have to go and start the conversation. This is where you just kind of stand there and somebody notices what you're wearing and they read it and they're like, oh, how? Or they're like, Herbalife, I've heard about that. Can you tell me more about it? Oh, of course I can. So they teach this at the success training seminars, at the LDWs, at the extravaganzas, the button response. But I want to break it down to a science almost. And then this way, if you're a brand new distributor, wearing the button for the first time, you'll know how to respond and not freeze like a deer in headlights when somebody asks you how. All right, so first off, when you're wearing the button and somebody sees it and reads it, let me give you an example. So let's say you're standing there in line and your button is in eye view of somebody and somebody sees it. Make sure you're in a position where you're open, where somebody feels welcomed to talk to you. If I'm wearing this button and I'm like this, they're not going to ask me how, even though they're curious. But if I'm looking around and I'm smiling, this is ridiculous, right? But if I'm smiling and I'm just kind of open and I'm not on my phone, or I don't have earbuds in, I'm open to be asked how, most likely they will ask how. So when they ask how, the first response is, oh, well, are you serious or are you curious? Because they're like, how do you lose weight? Are you serious or are you curious? And then they're going to say one of two things. Oh, I'm serious or I'm curious. It really doesn't matter. It's just to get a feeling of where they are in their pursuit of asking that question. So if they say, I'm serious or I'm curious, either one, you go, oh, well, how much weight would you like to lose since you're asking me how? How much weight would you like to lose? They'll say something like, I want to lose 20 pounds. Okay, great. And what have you tried in the past to lose the 20 pounds? And then they'll say something like, oh, I've dieted, or I've exercised, or I've done this or that. And they'll tell you this story. Okay, great. And what didn't you like about those things? What didn't you like about when you were dieting or this or that? And then they will go through all of which they didn't like about that particular method. Okay, great. Now you have this story, right? Now you have this strategy. And so what you will do is respond with, oh, that's fantastic. Well, I can definitely help you lose the 20 pounds. And what's great is you won't have to do X, Y, and Z. And that X, Y, and Z is what they just told you about why they didn't like what they were doing. See, when you ask a question, your brain will come up with the answer to answer that question. So if I ask you, what didn't you like about what you were doing, you're going to tell me what you didn't like. And so I am then going to just tell you that what we have, you won't have to do. You didn't like that part? Well, great. We won't have to make you do that part. And so when you hear that, you're thinking, oh, interesting. So that's just the first part, right? The response, hey, are you serious? Are you curious? How much weight do you want to lose? What have you tried before in the past? And what didn't you like about those things? So we go into this little conversation. Now, what's great about asking the questions is they're talking, right? They're doing most of the talking, and that's what you want. I find that a lot of distributors get scared because they don't know what to say. And I say, great. You shouldn't be doing most of the talking anyway. You should be listening most of the time. Because what we want to do as good health coaches is really listen for what the client wants. What is it that they're trying to achieve? What feelings and emotions come with that? What is it that they really want? Okay, they want to lose 20 pounds, but why? Is their marriage failing? Do they have a wedding that's coming up and they want to look good for it? What is it? What is the emotional attachment for losing the 20 pounds? So again, as a good health coach, we just want to listen to why they want to lose it and also what stopped them before. And then we are in now a prime position after asking questions and listening to be able to help them. And then at that point, that is where you go into your story about how Herbalife has transformed your life. And when you tell them your story, make sure you say it with enthusiasm, with conviction, because they are uncertain already. They have this doubt. You need to come with so much certainty that it overwhelms their doubt. Otherwise, if you come in unsure and they come in with a lot of doubt and their doubt overcomes your certainty, they're going to win the conversation and they're not going to be interested and they're going to not think you are the person who can help them. So make sure when you come into that conversation, you come in with conviction, come in with certainty, because Herbalife changed your life. All you're going to be doing is sharing how it's going to help change their life by sharing your own personal experience. You don't need to lie to them. You don't need to convince them. All you're doing is sharing. Share your story. I took Herbalife. I lost 20 pounds. I love my life now. I'm a part of an amazing community of people. Just go into it. You already know, because you're a distributor. You know how amazing it is to be a part of the Herbalife family. Share that with people. They need this. It's too bad more people aren't in it. But we're getting there. Soon we're going to take over the world.